मौनव्याख्या प्रकटितपरब्रह्मतत्त्वं युवानं वरिशिष्टान्ते भवत्ऋषिगणैः आवृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः चितेन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दमूर्तिम् स्वात्मा रामं मुदितवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि। वटतरोर्मूले शिष्या गुरुर्युवा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्नसंशया विधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्ताय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरी तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिर्भूतं यथा सत्कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुतये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये तस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगति तं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः मया कल्पितदेशकालकलना तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये साक्षात्तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये अनाच्छिद्रघटोदरस्थितमः दीपप्रभाभास्वरं ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिः स्पन्दते जानामीति तमेव भान्तम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये ज्ञानमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजटोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ताभृशं वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमः व्यामोहसंहारिणे श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रकरणोपसंहरणतो यो भूसुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागत्स्वाप्समिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं दक्षिणामूर्तये विश्वदिजाग्रतादिषु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामिसम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राध्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जाग्रति वा य एष पुरुषः मायापरिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं दक्षिणामूर्तये भूरम्भास्य नलो नीलोऽम्बरमहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकम् नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते विमृशतां यस्मात् परस्मात् विभो तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मिन्स्तवे तेनास्य श्रवणात् तदर्थदमनात् ध्यानाच्च सङ्कीर्तनात् विभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं पुनः ऐश्वर्यमव्याहतम् So 90th verse, okay. Heyat jneyapyavakyani vitneyanyagrayanata tesam anyatra vitneyat उपलम्बस्त्रिषु स्मृतः So the problem of samsara we have understood. What is that? Ajnanam. Ignorance of my real nature. Then what is the solution? Develop sadhana chatushtaya sampatti. Now the topic is sadhana. So the one who wants to practice this sadhana, to come to this knowledge, he must first know 4 factors very, very clearly. Now, he must have clarity with reference to 4 factors which are enumerated as heyam, number 1, neyam, number 2, apyam, number 3, pakyam, number 4. These 4 factors one should clearly know. Vitneyani, it is to be clearly known. Agrayanataha, in the beginning itself. Before one start his sadhana, he should know first one is heyam, those which are to be rejected or given up, those upon which we should not lean for happiness. There, that is what their entire anatma prapancha, material universe. In Mandukya language, Vishwa, Taijasa, Prajna. All of them are mithya, mere nama and rupa, which is subject to change. Similarly, everything in the universe you can handle it, care, share, etc., except one. Don't expect lasting, lasting security. Lasting security from these objects. They themselves are not lasting. This must be crystal clear in the mind. And some of them we may temporarily make use of for our intermediary growth, but ultimately they have to be given up, like the pole vault. Therefore, temporary leaning upon anatma is okay. Shastra permits that. Gradually withdraw from them, and you are allowed to lean upon 3 things later: Ishvara, Guru, and Shastra. Ultimately, you give up that also and totally depend upon yourself alone. World dependence to God dependence to self-dependence is your journey. Therefore, heyam means what is to be rejected is the mithya vastu. When you advance in Vedanta, morning only we discussed that the chanting of Vishnu Sahasranamam, Lita Sahasranamam will change to Upanishad reading. Like Dakshinamurti Stotram ityadi. So it will change you from triangular format to binary format. What is triangular format? Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara. True binary format means Jiva, Brahman, Atma and Anatma. There are only two things, Atma and Anatma. That is binary. So we have to change to binary format. You should not feel guilty afterwards. Yeah. The second one is Neyam. What is the ultimate thing to be known and relied upon is Turiyam. Ultimately lean on that Turiyam, that is Atma, which is Satyam. Prajnanam Brahma is consciousness is Brahman. I am Atma Brahma. This Atma is Brahman. Then what is the third level? Tattvam Asi. You are that. Then the fourth level, Aham Brahmasmi. So these are the stages. So Brahman and consciousness is one and the same. That consciousness is me. This is experienced consciousness. We are not talking about unexperienced consciousness. Without consciousness, you can't even experience anything. So, experience of consciousness is ever present. That ever present consciousness, ever experienced consciousness is Brahman, is not known to us. That introduction is what is given by Shastra, Vedas. Now, third one is Apyam. The qualification should be diligently acquired. Apyam means to be acquired. And what are they? Sadhana Chadushtaya Sampatti and virtues in Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, 20 values. Fourth one, Pakyam, that which has to be rendered ineffective. Literally, it means to be cooked or roasted. The seeds, when you roast, they will not get destroyed, but they cannot germinate into a plant. Freezered seeds cannot germinate. That is called bharjanam. Such a seed is called bharjana bijam. Similarly, we have got certain tendencies in us which cannot be removed totally. We all will have them, but we cannot physically remove them. We can roast them. They can exist but will not give problem. They are called raga and dvesha. Every individual, because of its very nature, svabhava, a certain natural likes and dislikes. Born with it, some are picked up. Last class I was telling, Indriya Sindhisyarthe Ragadeshau Vyavastitau Tayoho Vasham Nagachetau Hasya Paribandhinau. Those likes and dislikes born with you, you may continue to keep, but roast them with the heat of meditation. As long as your ragadvesha are not atharmic, you continue to have them. But make sure that they are non-binding. Convert the ragadveshas into non-binding ragadvesha. How beautiful it is, life will be. Non-binding ragadvesha. When you put condition only, the problem comes. I want it only this way, not that way. Then you get into lot of trouble, friction, differences of opinion, fight. Then try to establish my idea and manipulate everybody around. How difficult it is. Life becomes miserable, isn't it? But suppose you don't have that, how beautiful it is. Free, totally free. Whatever ragadvesha is there, once in a way you should say no. Small ones start with that. If you watch a regular TV program, one day you don't watch, what will happen, you see? What is the regular TV program? Indian program, right? So you don't have account?
We don't have the channels for Jia.
You have other channels? Netflix.
Yes, sir.
Hmm.
So you're telling Hunter is not Yes.
YouTube, Amazon, YouTube.
Children are watching only YouTube. You ask them what their favorite show is, they don't say any show from TV. No TV. All on their phones.
So whatever you are watching, okay, today I don't watch. Let us see what happens. The mind keep on prodding. Watch your own mind, see how reactive the mind will be. If nothing happens, you are Jivan Mukta Purusha. All our vradams prescribed in our culture is willful self-denial to establish mastery. So that is the idea of fasting. It is only to roast our ragadvesha, we are asked to say no to certain things to see. I am the master or that thing is the master. Thus practice all these four and ultimately the aim is to more dependent on turiyam, self-dependence which is moksha. Then Gaudavadacharya says, Tesham, among those four factors, heyam, jneyam, apyam, pakyam, trishu upalambaha smritaha. Three factors are only vyavaharika satyam. They are mithya. They are useful at the time of sadhana. So the three of them are useful at the time of sadhana, but we should remember they are only mithya. Therefore, to be utilized temporarily, upalambaha is equal to mithya, trishu, three factors. What are the three factors? Heyam, apyam, pakyam. These three are only vyavaharika satyam. Then what is the ultimate reality? Anyatra vitneyad. Vitneyam, the turiyam alone is the ultimate reality which has to be held on to permanently. Once we attain the turiyam, we should not depend upon other three. Pole of the pole vaulter to be used for going up. But once you reach the height, drop it. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Even dependence on Shastram is a type of bondage. Dependence on Shastram or Guru and Bhagavan also a type of bondage. Ultimately, you should give up that also. That's why sannyasa is symbolic of that. Chutti is removed by the Guru. Chutti reminds you, dependent upon Shastra, Guru, God. This is Gaudabada's final advice regarding sadhana. Now from the verse 91 to 100, the conclusion of the entire Karika teaching. Gaudabadacharya started his Karika from the first chapter itself. He concludes his teaching in these 10 verses. He says what Vedanta wants to communicate is that every basic need that we already have within ourselves. Everything that is instinctively sought after by every living being. The instinctive need, the first one is security. Right from childhood, I am feeling insecure that I'll be affected by the external world. Therefore, I have to protect myself. The struggle for security and protection starts from childhood. And thereafter, I start saving. And all type of insurance for what? Security. Almost every action of human being is triggered by this fundamental insecurity. All the possessions we try to have is only because of the insecurity. Every relationship that we want to hold on to is due to this fear. So fear is a fundamental thing. What we seek is abhayam. What Vedanta says to you, your very nature is abhayam. Your nature is immortal nature. In fact, you give security to the entire world, just as the waker alone sustains the entire dream. Similarly, I, the real I alone, sustain the world. Therefore, the security is within yourself. The irony is the security is not available anywhere else other than within us, because everything else is insecure, because everything else is existing within time. Therefore, any time it will go away. Brahma bhuvanan lokan punaravartinorjuna. Brahmaji also will lose his position. Therefore, the irony is what I seek is within myself. And it is certainly not outside. And what is the funny thing that I do? Instead of seeking that and discovering it within myself, I keep on looking for it outside, running after all the time. After security, the next thing that we are seeking is purnatvam, completeness. That is why our tendency is to grab everything. Anything is freely distributed, whether it is useful to me or not, we have a tendency to grab it. Grabbing, not giving up anything. I want to get everything, but I don't want to give anything. So whatever free available, isn't it? Keep on collecting. Then afterwards, garage sale. We think we are small. So even this This you can see in a buffet dinner. This tendency. Because in one plate they have to take everything. There are 40 items. Because they are worried that somebody else will take. It's all because the smallness, it will never go. If I grab everything and give less, I will become bigger and bigger. This is another innate urge, Purnatvam. And Vedanta says you are already Purnaha. Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnat, Purnamudachyade, Purnasya Purnamadaya, Purnamevavashishyate. You know where it is coming? End of lecture. I know. But which Upanishad? Brihadaranyaka. And Brihadaranyaka, the funny part is, it is not in the end of Brihadaranyaka. It is in the middle of Brihadaranyaka it comes. Security is within us, Purnatvam, it is within us. Ananda we seek is within us. So Gaudavadacharya says, already we have what we want. Therefore, what is required is understand this fact. And once I know what I want, the struggle in life will end. Because the action whipped up by this feeling of incompleteness, not Purnaha, not happy. This is called struggle in life. Suppose I discover the security in myself and Purnatvam in myself, and thereafter whatever I do in life is called games or lila, sport. Action for Purnatvam is struggle. Action with Purnatvam is lila. And own this particular fact and enjoy your life. This is Vedanta. Now, 91. Prakrityakasavat Jneyah Sarve Dharma Anadayah Vidyate Nahi Nanatvam Tesham Kochana Kinchana Sarve dharmaha. Here dharma means jivatma. So every jivatma is prakritya akashavat jneyaha. By its very nature is like the akasha. By the very nature everyone is comparable to akasha. Between Akasha and Atma, there are so many common features. One is all-pervading, cannot be destroyed by any weapons, accommodate everything, never get polluted. So, I am Chitakasha Rupaha. Iti Jneyat. May you understand this. truth and assimilate it. Anadeha, I am without any beginning, therefore I should never say that I should be free from rebirth. Therefore, no question of rebirth. Vidyate nahi nanatvam. At the level of the Atma, there is no plurality at all. There is only one, kochana kinchana. At any time, even a little bit. It is not that now there is duality and on realization of truth, we reach non-duality. There was Advaitam all the time. There will be Advaitam, there is Advaitam. Okay, continuing that. Adi Buddha Prakrityaiva Sarve Dharma Sunishchitaha Yasyaivam bhavati kshantihi Somrutatvaya kalpate. Here Gaudapadacharya says this real nature, the Turiya Swarupa, the Atma Swarupam is not only so wonderful, Anadi, Nirvikara, space-like, etc. This Turiya Swarupam is always evident. It is never covered at any time. It is all the time experienced by everyone. It is so simple, but we miss it. Simple thing only we miss. Big thing we look. The very fact that we use the word I am a conscious being indicate that I am able to understand the consciousness. Therefore, Turiya Atma being consciousness, consciousness being ever evident, nobody is ignorant of Atma. Really speaking, everybody is experiencing the Turiyam all the time. Pradibodha Vititam Matam. In Kenopanishad, it is said, every thought, what is present, every wave, what is present, water. So every thought, what is present is consciousness. In every thought we are experiencing the consciousness. Every word you listen to, you are conscious of the word, means you know what consciousness means. Then what is our problem? The problem is not lack of experience of Atma. Atma Anubhava we are not lacking. Our problem is we have attributed some limitations to the ever-evident consciousness. Our problem is our misconception regarding our ever-experienced consciousness. The limitation of the body we have attributed to the consciousness. This superimposition of this false limitation is our problem. So what we require is remove the superimposition which I have imposed myself. When I want to refer to my real nature, I should only say I am and don't add anything. All the addition that I am man, woman, etc., the property belong to my body. I am agitated. mind. I am ignorant intellect. We have been taking these attributes, now we have to learn to drop the attributes. Minus those attributes, who am I? I am the all-pervasive consciousness, the limitless consciousness I am. We don't require a new experience, only require dropping the superimposition. Therefore, Gauravacharya says, Adi Buddha. Everyone has the self-experience, Buddha endowed with self-experience. Enlightened one. Atma Anubhava, when an Adi, right from the beginning we experience consciousness. How? Because Prakritya eva, of the very nature of consciousness. This is true with regard to whom? Sarve dharmaha. All the jivatmas. It is common. Not only it is evident, sunishchitaha. It is very, very clearly evident. Are you a conscious being? There is no doubt. But consciousness is ever clearly evident factor. Shankaracharya says in his Manisha Panchakam, Jagras Swapna Susupti Suspudadara Ya Samvit Ujrambhate. In all the three states of experience, one thing is evident, that is consciousness. Sarve dharmaha atma jivatma. And yasya evam bhavati, one who can clearly understand himself in this manner. I am the ever-evident consciousness principle, space-like conscious principle, temporarily functioning things. This iPhone, phone man, change. iPhone, phone man. Phone may change, but not I. It remains the same. Then I don't know why who named it as iPhone.
Steve Jobs.
Eh?
Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs. He came up with the name.
Yeah. Oh, very good. iPhone. Shantihi tasya, ever relaxed in life. He is an embodiment of Kshama. There is an inner relaxation. Not laziness. Saha amritatvaya kalpate. Such a person alone is fit for moksha, immortality. The inner relaxation. That is the beauty of this person. Otherwise, little things go up. Small difficulties, we can't take it. Weather changes, also changes. What can you do? Hot water has not come.
Not Aruna has not come. Hot water has not come.
Upset.
Everything is same.
Okay, 93. Adishanda hyanutpanna
Adishanta
Prakrityaiva sunirvritaha. Sarve dharma samabhinna ajam samyam visharadam. Similarly, Adi Shantaha. Shanti, quietude, is not something we have to acquire. स्वामी शांति नहीं है घर में. Can you give me Shanti? Because Shanti is my very nature. Shantam Shivam Advaitam Chaturtham Manyante Sa Atma Savitneyaha. We are not working for the mental removal of thoughts. We think we should work for thoughtlessness at the mental level. So in the meditation, what are we doing? Remove the thought one by one. Ever happened? It's waiting for the waves to end, to take bath. If you define Shanti as thoughtlessness, then that state you can never hold on to. Therefore, we are not working for mental thoughtlessness. The function of the mind is to entertain thoughts. Maybe it may take rest for some time, but our aim is not permanent elimination of thought, because life involves utilizing the mind. The mind functions by entertaining thought. Therefore, let the mind entertain the thought in the appropriate direction. But I want to remember is the presence and absence of thoughts have nothing to do with my real Shanti, which belongs to the Atma. Atma Shanti is not dependent upon Manashanti. Atma Swarupam does not get affected by the presence of absence of thoughts. Therefore, Adi Shantaha, they are embodiment of Shanti. And Anutpannaha, birthless. Sunivrdaha, therefore permanently relieved from all problems. Just as the dream even does not disturb the waker's nature, prakritya eva, by very nature, sarve dharma samabhinna. By very nature, sarve dharma samabhinna means this is true with reference to all the jivas. Some claimed or others are not. Abhinnaha, they are all one only. No division. Indivisible truth. So-called all jivas are really abhinnaha, non-dual Paramatma. From the standpoint of Atma, we are all one. No difference, man or woman. That's why our teaching is what? Vasudeva Kutumbakam. Whole universe is one family. From what height this thought has come, people misunderstand. Ajam, birthless, samyam, uniform, visharadam, pure in nature. Thus the ultimate discovery is I am what I am, what I wanted to be. To be at home with myself is moksha. This we have to understand. When I use the word I, it is not pure Turiyam, nor it is Vishwa Taijasa Prajna. Vishwa Taijasa Prajna we can combine and say Ahankara. And Turiyam is the Sakshi Chaitanyam, the pure consciousness. When I use the word I, the I is neither the pure Ahankara nor pure Sakshi. It is a mixture, is saying I. When? Now. Why do we say so? Because pure Ahankara does not exist at all. Because Ahankara requires the Sakshi to lend Sat and Chit. Just as pure mirage water is not possible, pure Mithya is not possible. Similarly, pure Ahankara is not possible. And the pure Sakshi also cannot say I am. Pure Ahankara cannot say I. Who uses the word I, it is a Mishra. Mr. Mishra. Everyone is a Mishra. Mishras are mostly in Odisha, I think. I don't know. Mishras are all mostly. And in the initial stages of life, even though we are this mixture, what is prominent is the Ahankara. The Sakshi is subdued. We are not even aware of its existence. And even if we know, we don't want to think of it. Initially, the jiva is ahankara pradhana jiva. Even though Sakshi is behind the mixture, whenever we introduce ourselves as so and so, this is called ahankara pradhana jiva, doing everything in the beginning stages of life. And even when he wants moksha, he wants refinement or improvement of ahankara only. When he says, I want peace, he means peace of mind. Because in Sakshi there is no mind. This ahankara pradhana jiva says, I am restless, I am not fit for Vedanta. And then he does all karma yoga, upasana, all the sadhanas. Who is doing this? Ahankara. And then he says, now I am jnana yogya, endowed with qualification. Who says? Ahankara. This is from which standpoint? Ahankara pradhana jiva alone says, I am jnana yogya. That's why holier than thou. There is an attitude. And thereafter he attends classes, and after classes, and end of it he says, I am jnani now. That jnani title belongs to Ahankara or Sakshi. it belongs to buddhi only. Therefore, the ahankara pradhana jiva now become jnani. So the journey is from jnana ayogyata to jnana yogyata to jnani. All this journey is from ahankara standpoint. So now also the jiva looks at himself only from the standpoint of ahankaram, and then he continues sadhana. I have done enough shravanam. Point will come like that. Now I want to do nididhyasanam and want to have jnana nishta. Then he claims, I am at jnana nishtaha. I am not disturbed by the event of life. I am always calm. Who says? Again ahankara. Then also I am looking at myself from what standpoint? Comparison belongs to turiyam or ahankara. Ahankara alone. Therefore, ahankara pradhana jiva has travelled from jnana ayogyata to jnana yogyata to jnani to jnana nishta. And when this ahankara becomes so ripened to come to the level of jnana nishtha, the ripened ahankara falls as it were, means it is no more prominent. The prominence comes down when I look at myself as sakshi pradhana aham. When I learn myself to lose at myself as sakshi pradhana drishti, when I look at myself as sakshi, I have not travelled at all, nor purified myself, because I am purity itself. Now this is what is given in all these verses 91, 92, 93. In 92 it is said, Adi Buddhaha, I never became a jnani, but I am ever evident Turiya Chaitanyam. Because I look upon myself as Sakshi Adi Buddha. In 91, Prakritya Anadihi. Ahankara alone has birth and death. I, the Sakshi Anadi. In 93, I am Shantaha from beginningless time. From ahankara drishti, shanti has to come gradually. From ahankara drishti, shanti means mental peace. From sakshi drishti, shanti is my swarupam. I was shantam shivam advaitam. When the mind disturbed also, I was shantaturiyaha. When the mind is quietened also, I am shantaturiyam. My shanti does not depend upon the mind, because now I don't look upon myself as the mind, but I look upon myself as turiyam. Therefore, initially, manashanti I talk about, which is subject to arrival and departure. Later I talk about Sakshi Shanti, which does not arrive, which is eternal. I am eternally Shantaha as Turiyaha. Anutpannaha, I am never born. I am Sunivrudaha, I am ever free from samsara. From ahankara drishti, I can only say that I have got freedom from samsara. From sakshi drishti, I never say I got freedom from samsara. From Sakshidrishti, I never had samsara. How prakritya eva, by my very nature. And this is not from the standpoint of one jiva, all the jivas, sarve dharmaha, are essentially turiya chaitanyam. Differences are from the ahankar drishti, from lakshyartha drishtya. All the jivas are one and the same. So, sarve dharmaha samaha. Samaha, same. How? Satchidananda surupena samaha. And not only that, abhinnaha, very important. When Gaudavada says all jivas are the same, an intelligent student can raise an objection. The very fact you say all the jivatmas are one and the same, you are accepting many jivatmas. Therefore, Gaudavada Acharya says, ignorant person's angle, I say all the jivatmas from my drishti abhinnaha. They are all one and the same, undivided, indivisible. Then what is the nature of all the jivas? Ajam, samyam, visharadam, birthless, uniform, ever pure. For the mind to claim I am ever pure, the mind has to become pure. As pure as what? Paramatma. Swamiji used to give an example. A person wore a small chain, gold chain in the neck. After she visited her friend's house, it was missing. Really speaking, it was on her neck only, but got hidden in the folds of her skin. He ran back to her friend's house. She said, I left my chain here. The friend said, the chain is in your neck only. When he touched, he realized the chain was never lost. Was running unnecessarily to get the chain. You cannot say it is necessary, because the chain was already on your neck. At the same time, you cannot say running was not necessary, because if he had not run to his friend's house, he would have continuously searched for it everywhere else. Therefore, running was necessary to know that running was not necessary. How ironical it is. Similarly, a lot of purification is necessary. To understand, purification is not necessary. Therefore, I am Nitya Shuddha Buddha Mukta Swarupa Atma. Who says Vedanta is dry? Huh? They say it is very dry subject. The most interesting, joyous subject is Vedanta. I had to purify myself. Swamiji, please tell me, what serious sadhana I had to do? What can I say? People come and ask. So we have to tell them, do sadhana this way, that way. Chant Bhagavan's name. Kali Yuga, it is Bhama Sankirtanam. Today is Ramanavami, Rama's name. Atma Ramaha. Your Satchidananda Swarupa Atma is Rama. Dasharatha. Ratham is to go out. So what is that makes you go out is your senses. 10 senses, Dasharatha. The one who has mastery of Dasharatha, and he married Kausalya, Kushalata, expert. So as a result of this Kushalata, what happened? They got Bhagavan. Where? In Ayodhya. Ayodhya means where there is no yuddha, conflict. A mind which is free from conflict is where the birth of Rama. So Rama Janmam is always there. It is not Navami Tithi only. And that Rama, when he got wedded to Sita ji, means what? Mind. Conscious. Sita ji stands for mind. Shanti Sutha Sahachari. Sadashiva Brahmendra's song. Khelati mama hridaye Rama, Khelati mama hridaye. Shanti videha Sutha Sahachari, Daharayodhya Nagara Vihari. Khelati mama hridaye Rama, Khelati mama hridaye. Ragadvesha Surasura Mari. So what is the asuras? In our mind, Raga and Dvesha. Kidnapped Sita. Kidnapped what? Shanti. So when Raga Dvesha is there in our mind, what is that? Sita ji is kidnapped. So when he is wedded to Sita ji, means Prakriti, Maya, mind, he cannot stay in Ayodhya. He has to go to the jungle of life. There also, Sita ji mind, as long as she was with Bhagavan, she was peaceful, happy. But the mind wanted something other than Rama. Golden deer, oh deer, get me this deer. And the deer went after the deer, could not get the deer, shot the deer, and came back. He lost the deer. Then what is that? Kidnapped by whom? Desha Mukha. the one who revels in 10 sense organs. So mind become extrovert. Extrovert means revel in senses, pleasures. So that is what the whole economy of America is surviving on what? Deshamukha. Not only America, every country. What is that? Capital, income, GDP and all that. What is that? Calculated based on what? Entertainment industry, beautifying industry, beautification industry. You know what? Nourishment industry. My God. In the name of nourishment, vitamin A, B, C, folic acid, etc. What all things coming out in this world? All of them are terrible, I tell you. It doesn't give any health. It destroys actually. But that is what is advertised. That is Ravana, materialistic. He represents materialistic ideas, thought, indulgence. Here 10 heads means what? 10 times more than a normal person. That is what it is. He kidnapped Sita Ji Shanti. Then he has to retrieve. Bhagavan has to go. Took the help of monkeys. Monkey stands for what? Chanchalatvam, astiratvam, thoughts. So, and Chanchalatvam, astiratvam were under the control of Vali. Vali stands for what? Lust. So when all Chanchalatvam, aspiratvam is controlled by what? Kamaha. Then what happened? Dangerous. So Bhagavan destroyed Vali. How you can kill Vali? Only from behind. Behind means what? Bhagavan alone can destroy Kama. He is right behind you. You try to destroy your desire, it will not happen. Surrender to Bhagavan. Then the monkeys came under whom? Sugriva. Sugriva means well disciplined. So Sugriva. Then what happened? All the thoughts were well disciplined, controlled. Then they could see Bhagavan. They could have Bhagavan as their captain. And took them to Lanka, materialistic place. And fought with Ravana, killed him, and retrieved Sita Ji. Now Sita Ji, when he was about to accept her, she was asked to go through Agni Pariksha. Why? This how much of criticism is there? The mind which is exposed to materialism has to be purified. Only after purification the mind can what? Amani bhavaha. We saw that. That Amani Bhava means become one with Bhagavan. That is a symbolism there. It is not that she was asked to go through fire to find out. Anyway, why did I say all this? Ram Navami today. 94. Vaisharatyam tu vai nasti Bhete vicharatam sada Vedanimna pridhakvadaha Tasmate kripena smritaha Kripana. Oh, my book it is. My book it is Kripena, so that's wrong. Kripana smrita. Kripana is correct. Here Gaudapada says that the knowledge that I am the Sakshi, I am the Turiyam, and I am the Advaita Tattvam, Shantam Shivam Advaitam. The secondless principle, this Advaita Jnanam alone will liberate. So the misconception of duality will continue, and the misconception of differences will continue. And as long as there is division and duality, the mind will always have problem. The first problem is the problem of isolation, the feeling that I am a small entity in the vast world. That is why we want to belong to some group or some organization, some family, that I want to hold on to something. And if anyone doesn't talk to me, I have this feeling that I am rejected. When the second child comes, the first one go through this powerful feeling. Some children get angry with the one newborn one. This psychological trauma can remain lifelong. If that is there, even after grown up, anybody even casually doesn't speak to me, even that I mistake as though rejection. Dvaita means rejection, isolation, jealousy, anger. The mind is never relaxed and calm. Sada bhete vicharatam. Those people who are moving in the world of differences, bheda, division, limitation, vicharatam, moving upon all the time, comparing what is his earning and my earning, etc. 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, 4 car garage. Yeah.
More garage sale. No more garage sale.
Tesham vaisharadyam nasti. Their mind is not clear and quiet. There is constant turbulence and disturbance. I don't accept myself as I am. I want to be somebody else. This is called samsara. Another called bhavaroga. Bhav means to be. I want to be different. Prithakvadaha vedanimna. All the dualistic philosophers face the same problem of division. Not only the ignorant people suffer from samsara, the so-called thinkers who arrive at duality, every dualistic philosophy like Sankhya, He has got advanced philosophy, but conclusion is there are many jivas. Atma bahutvam. Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Purvamimamsa, all of them are Dvaitis. I am, and you are you. This everyone knows from childhood. A philosophy need not come and tell me. I am, you are you. All the dualistic philosophers, Veda Nimnaha, they tend to or dwell upon differences only. And therefore, how many followers we have? Ashram, how many ashrams you have? So there is a comparison between organization to organization. And whose devotees are richer. This is also they see. I have rich devotees, millionaires. Swamiji, you have any film actor your devotee? That they think is an added feather. Folklore. Rajinikanth went to some ashram and then so that ashram became very famous afterwards. That they came to wrong conclusion after long thinking. Long thinking. You know, in village and all, if you go, the houses, the door is short, you see, small. So you know it is short, so you go from here itself bending down. Then at the right place you get up, you hit your head. This is called long thinking, wrong conclusion. Okay, we'll take one more. Aje samme tu ye kechit bhavishyanti sunischitaah tehi loke mahatjnanaah tacca loko nagahate. There are some rare fortunate people are there. Somehow they have got Durlabham Trayame Vedat Devanugraha Hetukam Manishyatvam Mumukshutvam Maha Purusha Samshraya. Ye Kechit, there are few people like you people. Sunischitaha Bhavishyanti. They have firm conviction, doubtless knowledge. Because of Shravana Manana Dididhyasanam, because of Vedanta Vijnana Sunischidharthaha. There are some rare people, they have firm conviction with reference to Advaitam. With reference to Advaita Turiyam, Aje Samye, they have got conviction. Ajam, birthless, Samyam, uniform everywhere. Vishwa is not uniform because it is associated with Stula Shariram. Taijasa is not uniform because associated with Sukshma Shariram. Prajna is also associated with Karana Shariram and therefore differ. Turiyam alone is Shariratre Vilakshana and therefore Samyam. Even though the jnanis know that I am the Turiyam, the Samya, the perception of difference will continue. Experiential duality cannot be removed by Advaita Jnanam. This we have told many times. We are only removing the false notion that the duality is real. Before Vedanta, I thought duality is Satyam, and now I know duality is Mithya. I only eliminated the false notion. Experience of duality will continue. Mahatjnana, they are the greatest jnanis in the world because they have got Paravidya. Others have got only Aparavidya, loke in this world. But when we become Mahatjnanis, we are so rare that most of the people cannot appreciate our Jnanam. Because to appreciate Mahatjnani, he should be another Mahatjnani. When I have that Jnanam, I don't seek others' recognition. Okay. I am liberated from others' needs for appreciation of recognition of my liberation. Taccha lokaha na gahate. The ordinary people cannot understand the depth of Jnani's wisdom. Okay, we'll stop here today. We have 5 more. We'll complete it on Tuesday. Tuesday will be our last day of Mandukya Karya. Okay. Not last day. Yeah. All the, what do you call, Zoom people also can come. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you. Hari Om.
Hari Om Swamiji. Thank you. Thank you, Swamiji.